cost reduction framework. Now let's have a look how you can reduce costs. And as always, I will show you a general framework that you can apply in many industries. So when we are talking about costs, there are actually 4 directions you can pursue. So first of all, you can think about ways to reduce the usage of a certain thing that currently you are using and you are paying for the usage. Then you can automate certain process. You can optimize the process and the cost level. And finally, you can renegotiate contracts. When we are talking about reduce of usage, you can do the following things. So first of all, you can fully eliminate certain expense. So you can, for example, decide not to cover for lunches for your workers, and in this way you simply stop having this expense. Then you can change the specification, and here we will have 2 sub-ways to do it. The first one is to use less of a certain thing. So for example, you are cleaning your office not every day, but you are doing it once a week. And finally, you can change the specification in a sense of using a cheaper substitute. So here we would talk about, for example, printing not in colors, but printing in black and white in the office and making it the default option. The huge potential in cost cutting is obviously in automation. So first way to do is to simply standardize the process using the best practice. So it's more about having everybody understand and implement the best practice. Obviously, you can automate with software or with a machine. Then we are talking about optimizing process and the costs. So the first option is to simplify and optimize processes. You can also talk about replacing operational expenditures with CapEx. So I would recommend doing this sort of analysis. This is not limited only to automation, but sometimes by changing, for example, the layout of a factory or a warehouse or even the office, you can drastically reduce the labor intensity of certain processes and in this way reduce the costs. And finally, a very good thing to do is to do this sort of a make it or buy it analysis, where you analyze after you have optimized how much it costs for you to do certain things, and you analyze whether it makes sense to do it internally or to actually buy it from a supplier that specializes in delivering this service and he can maybe deliver it cheaper. In actually many occasions, you discover the opposite effect. So sometimes it is cheaper to do it internally than externally. The final direction in cost cutting is obviously renegotiating contracts. So here you can renegotiate the contracts with current suppliers. So get better conditions, maybe lower prices, extended payment terms. Then another thing is to change the supplier. So maybe do some sort of an auction and get offers from different potential suppliers, pick the best one. And finally, you can change the form of using, and in this way actually force him into optimizing the process instead of you. So a nice example is going from paying for something to renting it, and then instead of the producer optimizing selling price, he will be optimizing his cost, and in this way also your costs as well. So that's in short. If you have any questions regarding the framework, please let me know. I'm always happy to give more details and additional examples.